I mean, this does look like a lot, wow. Okay, so the total in Aldi was... Hello everyone, good morning, welcome back to my channel and to an old school style video. As you can tell by the title, we're gonna go back to the old school style videos of what I eat in a week / food shop video with me. I used to love filming these and I kind of miss filming them, I'm not gonna lie. There's just a real joy in just picking the camera up every day and showing you what we're eating. So I thought I would film this week because we are in all week and we've got some really delicious meals. But when I say we've ran the cupboards down to the bare minimum, yes. we've ran the cupboards and fridge pretty bare because we needed to do like a full top-up shop. We're talking like dry store stuff, pasta, tins, fresh fruit and veg, just all of the good stuff. And I just think these types of shops are really good because then you just are stocked and you can create lots of delicious recipes. So that's what today is going to be. Even the fruit bowl is empty, fruit basket, bar one banana that's gone a bit speckly, so I'm going to have that for breakfast this morning. Sorry, do you want breakfast before we go? We might be gone a while and I know you get hungry. So we've got some ice cream and a little cheesecake in there. I mean, we're not used to having so much space, there's just ice. We do have some bits and bobs that we are going to use for meals this week. So we've got some mince and some pakoras, samosas, sorry. So we're going to use those up in meals this week. We've just got some frozen fruit, some gyoza, I'm probably going to have those for lunch, and some pasta dough that we're going to use for lasagna this week. More ice and ice lollies. Bread, yeah, let's do some toast for breakfast. Got some peas, some cauliflower hash browns and some brioche buns. That one's empty. And ice blocks and more ice. So that's pretty much the freezer done. Fridge wise, again, not looking so fab. We have some leftover birthday cake, pickles, an energy drink. We run out of eggs. We've got some mushrooms that actually do need eating. Some leftover roasted pumpkin that we're going to use tonight. But yeah, like everything is just looking pretty sparse. We've not got a lot going on basically. Some herbs and some random cavolo nero that needs using up. Old school viewers will remember we always have a notepad and a pen in the kitchen that we can write down meals. In the new fridge, we can't like stick it to the fridge, so maybe we can just keep this out on the side. But we've wrote a full shopping list of everything we need and meals we're gonna have this week. So, Monday is today when I'm filming this, and we're gonna have pumpkin pasta. Now, I had a squash, so I halved it, quartered it, and roasted it, and I made a pumpkin and sage risotto, but there was quite a lot left over, so I thought we could make a second meal from that. So we're gonna have pumpkin pasta with the leftover cavolo nero, shallot, cream, and some garlic bread. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we're gonna have pulled chicken tacos. I really love the ones we had in HelloFresh last week, and they've inspired us, so we're gonna have pulled chicken tacos with loads of little bits on the side, like sweet potato wedges, salad, that kind of thing. Wednesday we're gonna have lasagna, so we've got some mince in the freezer. That was actually yellow label, so we popped it in there and just gonna thaw that out with the leftover pasta dough on there as well. So we're making lots of meals from leftovers. And then Thursday we're gonna have a curry. We've got a little butter chicken sachet, like a Maggie's So Juicy. I'll quickly show you. It's this Maggie's So Juicy sachet. It actually goes out of date in February next year, so we do need to use it up. So we thought we'd use the recipe suggestion on the back of here, which is to turn it into a homemade sagaloo. So yeah, just like spinach and potatoes and that kind of thing. And then we're also gonna go to Home Bargains to get some top-ups to household bits, laundry detergent, that kind of thing. So I thought I'd take you along, like an old school style video, and I love filming these, so I hope you are in the mood for some delicious food. But I'm gonna quickly make some breakfast. We're gonna, having a larger freezer actually is making us so more like savvy when we shop, because we can buy things that are yellow label. Like this whole loaf of bread was 87 pence, so it was originally £1.15, so it's not like a massive saving, but you don't waste any because you keep it in the freezer, so it keeps it frozen, and then you can literally just take a slice out when you need it. Okay, this is a pre-food shop breakfast. Protein dense smoothie and the most jammy buttery toast there ever is, or was. Okay, I've got the list and we're just in Home Bargains getting our bits and bobs. You got all the beads. Do you need fairy pods?
Yeah.
No, okay. I find Home Bargains is the best for like household cleaning products. I feel like it's really good. That and Costco, so we always get them in here and we always go for the fairy pods. I've seen a few people talk about this new scent booster, but it's basically like instead of laundry beads to make your laundry smell even more fresh, you can just use this instead. But that one smells quite like oozy, masculine. Nice, not nice?
That's nicer.
Okay, let's have a smell.
It smells a bit fake.
Oh, that's good. Very florally. Okay, so we're just grabbing some fruit and veg to start. Just all of the stock-ups of just things that we usually go through. Grapes, bananas. We tend to eat more frozen fruit in the winter just because breakfast usually consists of like porridge. Oh, we can get some nice new cereal today. We absolutely love these little things from M&S, the pretzel thins, but Aldi have started doing dupes of them, so I'm gonna try those. We've just got lots of little snacky bits to fill up because we've just got, I haven't put any nuts in. Oh, honey and lime cashews, they sound good. Yeah, just like picky bits to have between lunch and dinner, you know. Ooh, barbecue corn.
Like a little bowl.
Yeah, when we got people come around, we just put little bowls out and get like top-ups of olives and things. So yeah, this is good. Okay, we're in the cheese section. We actually have no cheese. Oh, let's get some smaller bits.
Bougied up our penne and spaghetti.
We wrote spaghetti rigatoni down, but Aldi have actually got some good stuff in, you know. So what's that?
A big free fun range for pasta.
Oh, that's good. A little bit of gluten-free down there. Yeah, we've got rigatoni and bucatini here, so pop those in the trolley. Got a little Thai curry kit. Let's bang that in there. Amazing. Pesto, did you get pesto? We do go through pesto. Like, do you want red or green? Regular, yeah. So we always just buy the cheap pesto and then you can kind of like bouge it up with different additions. Let's put that in there. Just found the Aldi dupes. This is a pillow mist and it's very similar smell to Neil's Yard. It's $2.49. I think that is a dupe of the Laura Mercier honey and milk body scrub. I think that's what it's meant to be. Even got like beauty blenders and stuff.
Come on, eye mask silkies in.
Oh my goodness, that would be lovely. We didn't think about bringing Sarah's car. Sarah offered to drive and I was like, yeah, sure. Oh gosh, I don't know how on earth we're gonna do that. No, it's fine. Okay, we're back from the supermarket and I've just laid everything out. There is a lot. There is like a considerable amount of meals here. This is probably the biggest food shop that we've done in quite some time. So lots of freezer stuff, lots of dry store. So the total in Aldi was $92.33 and the receipt is ginormous. And then we spent $25.27 in Home Bargains. So we're just over £100. We're at about 120, I think, 120. I think that's probably gonna do us for a fairly long time for cleaning supplies and stuff, which is really good. So I'm gonna show you everything that we've got and then, yeah, pop it all away. I mean, this does look like a lot, wow. Okay, so let's start in this corner. So freezer section, we get these pizzas and we add our own toppings to them. So sometimes we add mushrooms, do fresh herbs, different oils. We do make our own pizza sometimes, but these are really good. So this is a specially selected stone-baked spicy salami and andouille pizza. And then there's a classic margarita as well. I've got some of these shredded chicken pieces. We just love those in like wraps, stir fries, that kind of thing. Some home style chips, again, just really good to have. And you can obviously do them in the air fryer as well. Other freezer things are these camembert, parsnip and mushroom pies. They looked absolutely delicious. They'd be really good just to have as like a quick midweek roast idea, or just with some mash and some veggies. So that's it for the freezer section. And then let's just go in this order. So we got some baby spinach. So this is gonna go in the freezer, but we're actually gonna pop that in the curry with the butter chicken. And one thing about Aldi's fruit and veg is that it doesn't last as long as other supermarkets. That's absolutely true. We just went to Aldi because it's the closest to us. So yeah, we didn't want to travel too far today. I've got some sourdough bread. This had 30% off. So again, this is going to go in the freezer and we can just pull it out. We've got some British salad potatoes. And they are going to go in the curry as well. And there'll be loads left over to make like a midweek lunch with those. Garlic bulbs, we've got 4 of those. Cherry tomatoes to go in salads and to have with lasagna. We've got 2 bacon potatoes to make roast potatoes on Sunday. We're actually gonna do a Sunday roast. I know I didn't share that at the start of the video, but I'm gonna do that as another meal as well. We've got a pepper to go in the butter chicken curry, a sweet potato to make sweet potato wedges to have with the shredded chicken tacos. We've also got some bananas and some romaine lettuce hearts to make salads midweek for lunches and also to have with a lasagna. We've got an avocado to have on toast for breakfast. mozzarella to go on the lasagna. These sandwich thins are a dupe of the Warburton's ones, and they had 30% off as well, so I'm going to put those straight in the freezer with the sourdough. Eggs, these are lovely, they're the golden Yorker eggs, so I've got 6 of those. 2 garlic baguettes, they're going to go straight in the freezer too. I showed you the pretzel fins when we were in there. These are just really good as like snack options. And then these cheese and onion twists as well, just really good to have as snacks. Then this is some of the Aldi specially selected bucatini and also rigatoni. So really good value, and it's obviously using good ingredients, so I think they'll be delicious. We've got onions to make sofrito for the, obviously carrots as well for Sunday roast, and also to make the sofrito as well, along with the British celery too. So we've got celery, carrots and onions, so that's going to be the base. I'm going to chop all of it up, put it in freezer bags, then I've got a sofrito base ready for a whole host of different things. Having that freezer space is amazing. I also got 2 of these broccoli protein yogurts. These are 25 grams of protein per pot. So I got a strawberry and a passion fruit. Cucumber to mix with the salad as well. Best of British apples. Again, we just have these in smoothies, and also I chop them up and stew them to have with my porridge with cinnamon and nutmeg. They're so good. It's like homemade cheat apple sauce. We've got some wonky parsnips to have on Sunday roast on Sunday. These lightly salted rice crackers are absolutely delicious. So yeah, they're more like snacky bits as well, along with the honey, lime and cashews, and these barbecue corn bites as well. So I thought they'd be really good to have in the cupboard. Whoops. We got some passata as well to go on the lasagna. Some mixed seedless grapes. Again, really nice just to have as snack options. And then some sweet chili rice cakes as well. We also got some of this specially selected sage and roasted onion and shallot stuffing to have on Sunday roast, and some crackers as well. We've got lots of snacky bits. So yeah, crackers to have with cheese and bits and bobs. We tried these specially selected sea salt and Chardonnay vinegar hand cut crisps. The ones from Co-op are absolutely delicious, so we thought we'd give those a go. And also tortilla chips to have with the pulled chicken tacos. We've got some Mexican style rice, and these long grain rice bags as well. I don't know if I showed those, but they're really good. We're going to do egg fried rice for lunch midweek, so packet rice or day old rice works really well for that. Also got some of this Red Fox specially selected vintage red Leicester. This chili con carne mix was 29p. It was reduced, and I know these mixes you can pretty much make them yourselves, but I think they do taste delicious and they're always good to have. So we got some of that. Other dry store bits. Frenchie's mustard is the best American mustard. I love it so much, and we were all out. And some Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. I put that in so much. That on cheese and toast is absolutely delicious, and that was reduced in Aldi as well. I've got some oat milk. I have this for my protein shakes in the morning. Aioli to have with the lasagna to dip some wedges in, and also for the pulled chicken tacos, and some hummus. Also got these Village Bakery Bake at Home white rolls to have with these little cheese dips. I feel like I'm segueing here, but these little bake at home cheeses are so good. If you don't fancy like a dinner, they're just nice to have with some other snacky bits. It's like a nice like picky tea. I just love them. So we got the Barber's mature cheddar and the vintage Red Fox red Leicester sweet chili bake. They looked delicious. We've got some more cheese as well. Here's some David Store cheddar. So I think those 2 blocks of the specially selected will be fab to just keep in the fridge. 2 tins of tuna in brine. We got some Nutella dupe. This is Nutoka. We've had this before. You really can't taste the difference. 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. 2 cans of baked beans. Do you say cans or tins? I say cans. It's like a can of beans. A can of coconut milk. We've got some pesto. Now this is a bit of a cheat. This is chili con carne mix, but I feel like, again, like these 2 things, when you just need a really quick dinner, that with some turkey mince, or you could do veggie mince, just beans, anything. It's just a really quick and speedy tea. Also got this Thai red curry meal kit. Again, a bit of a cheap, I thought, with the coconut milk. That's a meal as well, so we could just literally rustle that up with some rice, and we're pretty good to go. We got some fruit and barley squash. We've got some pork and apple sausages. So these are what are going to make our Sunday roast. So we're going to do a sausage roast. And then we've got some chicken thighs, which are boneless and skinless. So they're going to be for the butter chicken curry and also pulled chicken tacos. We've got these Greek style flame baked flatbreads as well. So we're going to make the tacos with those. They actually didn't have any tortilla wraps, so I thought they'd be like the next best thing. Some semi-skim milk just for teas and coffees. And then reduced fat soft cheese. I think that is everything from Aldi. So yeah, that's pretty good going for £92. I think that's, I mean, it is a lot, but obviously Zara and I split our meals and the cost of it. So yeah, really pleased with that, and that will do us for a long time. And then in Home Bargains, this is everything that we got. Oh, actually, we forgot poof bags. So we got those in Aldi, but they're more like a household thing. Pack of toilet roll, we prefer the 3-ply just because I feel like it's nicer quality. We're going to try this comfort scent booster. It's the Heavenly Fresh scent. It says 10 times more lasting fragrance, so we'll give that a go and I will report back. We've also got some stain remover as well. This is Vanish Oxy Action Stain Remover. This is really good for whites as well when you wash your sheets. Both Zara and I have white sheets, so it keeps them white. I got some Cif cream. This is really good for hobs. It's just the best. I feel like Cif is just 10 out of 10. Some Fairy, just because I have sensitive skin, so we've got to get a Fairy, but I love the smell of it. A new Febreze plug-in refill. This is the Mrs. Hinch scent. It's the cozy season scent, and it is so nice. The one in the hallways actually ran out, so you notice it when you come in and you don't smell it anymore. So yeah, I got one of those. Some washing machine cleaner, just because we have a Labrador and she is very messy, so yeah, one of those boxes as well. Multi-surface wipes, we don't tend to use these, but we keep them in our car just in case Maggie gets really grubby in the car, needs a quick wipe down. And then because we now have shutters in the living room, post-renovation, we've noticed how dusty they get. So this is a microfiber window blind cleaner. So yeah, that was everything in Home Bargains. So that is the entire food shop done. So I'm going to pack all that away, and then I'll catch you guys this evening for meal number 1. Okay, so it's dinner number 1 of the evening, and we're going to do a joint effort to
the evening?
Dinner.
Dinner number 1 of tonight.
We're having 3 dinners. Dinner number 1 of the week, sorry, is what I meant to say. So, this, it actually doesn't look that appetizing. This is leftover roasted pumpkin with sage I chopped up, and I made a really lovely risotto with it, as I said. But we're going to blitz this up to make a puree, and then add in cream. Oh, it smells so good. Cavolo nero, garlic, shallot, all the good stuff, and then stir through with lots of parmesan and have it with some pasta. It's a dead easy veggie dinner. Okay, so we're starting with the roasted pumpkin. It was really, really easy to roast for about half an hour at 190 degrees or until it's lovely and soft. I added some cream into that as well in the blender, and then I got ready to blitz that up. I chopped up some cavolo nero, kept the stalks on it as well. I think the stalks are really delicious, it's got a lovely texture. And then I chopped up around 3 banana shallots, and that was everything, along with 2 cloves of garlic. And that's pretty much everything in this pasta, give or take a few extras. The shallots add a lovely sweetness, but of course you can use white onion if you've got that, or red onion. So in a large frying pan, add some olive oil, bring that up to heat, and then add a teaspoon of chili flakes, and then soften down your shallot with a little bit of water just to get it release and its lovely flavour. And then I cooked some pasta. I used a mix of 2 just because we didn't have enough of either. There's no rules to say you can't do that. Then add in your cavolo nero. You can use kale or spinach. Any good robust leafy green will be perfect in this. Soften that down, and then add a little bit of the pasta water as well, just to help it along the way. Then add in your cooked pasta. I just do it this way just so you get a little bit of the starchy water in as well, because then it loosens down the blended sauce. Then season it with some grated parmesan or grana padano, pop that into your plate, and that is pretty much it. More parmesan on top if you'd like, and a little extra drizzle of chili oil, and I added some crispy onions as well for texture, and that is your lovely cavolo nero and roasted pumpkin pasta. Okay, so it is meal 2 of the week, and we're gonna do slow cooker pulled chicken tacos, very much inspired by a meal we had with HelloFresh last week. So all you need to start is, we're gonna use these boneless chicken thigh fillets. We're gonna use half the pack and save another half for a meal later on in the week. I was sent these Cape herb and spice rubs. We've got a piri piri spice blend and a chipotle spice blend as well, but you can use Cajun spice, you can use paprika, cumin, curry powder, just anything that's got a really nice smoky flavour, and some veg stock. First I'm going to brown the chicken in the pan, add the seasoning, veg stock into a slow cooker, and then I'm going to put it on high for about 3 hours. Okay, so we're starting off by browning the chicken thighs in a pan just with some olive oil. I do this because I feel like it encourages the flavour and also helps the cooking time as well. So you need about 2 minutes on either side, and then I added in the seasoning. So we went for some chipotle and some Cajun seasoning. You can use whichever seasonings that you like. Just make sure that they've got some lovely colour on there and all of the chicken is cooked through. Then you pop it into your slow cooker with all of the gnarly bits in the frying pan being left in there, because you can add in some stock. So I used vegetable stock, but you can use whatever stock you like. Deglaze your frying pan and then add your stock straight into the slow cooker. And then all we need for the rest of it is some wraps, some sweet potato, some Mexican rice, and a little bit of gochujang. Pausing the voiceover content to do a live smell reaction to this.
Ready?
Oh my god, that smells sensational.
It's the most delicious smell ever.
That smells really good.
I know, I'm shocked.
And we could keep
Because
the...
usually your food's not that tasty.
We could keep the chicken stock and use that to make a nice like Cajun pasta.
Or gravy for the roast on Sunday.
Like a paprika gravy. So for the roasted sweet potato, I just cubed it up with the skin on, and I divided it between 2 trays just to help it roast along nicely. Drizzled it in a little bit of olive oil. You can use any neutral oil, salt, pepper, and some chipotle chili flakes. Made sure they're nice and coasted, and then pop them into a preheated oven around 190 degrees. And then for the accompaniments, I mashed up some avocado, shredded up some iceberg lettuce, and we also had some coriander and the flour tortillas to wrap up the chicken. Now, I pulled the chicken out of the slow cooker, pulled it apart with a fork, and then added the lovely gochujang. I did notice that it was a little bit dry, so I had some passata lying around, but you could actually use ketchup and use a little bit of the cooking liquid from the slow cooker to loosen it down. Good tip as well is you can strain the liquid and you've got some lovely chicken broth, so you can use that for soups, you could use it to make a risotto. Definitely don't throw it away, you can just skim off the fat on top once it cools. Put the chicken in the oven to start roasting for around 10 minutes with the sweet potato, and then every 10 minutes or so pull it apart with your forks. You can add some more chicken stock if it needs it, and then it's simply finishing off with some coriander. And then I put the microwave rice into the microwave to cook for 2 minutes, and then I just put it all on the table as like a serve your own, help yourself style. It was really nice, light, fresh, and absolutely delicious. Okay, so it's day 3 and we're having lasagna, and we had quite a few of the ingredients left over. We had lasagna sheets and some mince in the freezer. I forgot to get the mince out of the freezer, so we just had to quickly run to the shop to buy some more mince. So that's annoying, but we will use the mince in another meal next week, so it's fine. So let me show you what you're gonna need. It's the lasagna I cook all the time. It's really delicious. It makes a beautiful beef ragu. You blip it away on the stove with lots of beef stock and wine, and then you just make the most umptious, delicious, cheesy lasagna, and it makes a huge one, so you've got lots of leftovers for the next day. Okay, so I just spent about 10 minutes chopping everything up to make the sofrito. This is a mirepoix, I think is how you say it in French cooking, but it's essentially just carrot, celery, and onion, and I add garlic as well. So we're going to soften all of that down in olive oil and salt on the stove, and then everything else is just store covered. So we had leftover lasagna sheets, so you can use fresh pasta lasagna or you can use the dried sheets here. We have some good quality beef mince, a white sauce, which is just a bechamel sauce. Again, you can make your own if you want to, but I just find the jarred stuff is really good. And then I'm gonna add some parmesan and mozzarella to that. I haven't got that out because we need that at the end. Chopped tomatoes and passata. And then herbs, we're gonna go for thyme, rosemary, and bay leaves. Or you can use this Italian all-rounder from Just Spices. So let's get on with making a lasagna. Okay, to start the lasagna, I heated a big pan on the stove with some olive oil. I added the chopped onion, chopped carrot, and chopped celery. This forms a sofrito base. I added a generous pinch of salt, and then I added some Italian seasoning. You can of course use any mixed herbs that you've got lying around. The trick is you want to soften this down for about 10 minutes. Then add in your ground minced beef. You can do a mix of minced pork and minced beef, or you can do veggie mince, whatever you fancy. Cook that until it's nearly browned off, then add a tomato puree. I add that now just because it takes off the bitterness of the tomato puree. A good splash of white wine, or if you've got red wine lying around, you can leave this out if you don't want to use it. Then add your chopped tinned tomatoes with a little bit of water to rinse it out, and then a stock cube. If you've got beef stock, use that, but I didn't have any. Then I added some passata as well to thin down the sauce, and then mix all of that together with a bay leaf and reduce that for around half an hour until you've got a lovely thick ragu. And then it's just a case of assembling your lasagna. So I popped a base of the meat sauce with the dried pasta sheets, the bechamel on top, and then I added a grain of parmesan cheese, and then I repeated that with a second layer as well. I like my lasagna to be quite loose. I know a lot of people like firm lasagna, but I think with a lasagna you can't really go wrong. Finish off with more bechamel and then a bowl of mozzarella torn up on top with some more parmesan, and then you want to pop that into an oven that's preheated, 180 degrees for around half an hour. There was lots of mince left over as well, so I actually kept that aside to use for spaghetti bolognese for another meal. But look at that homemade lasagna in a relatively easy amount of steps, and it took about an hour and a half, so not bad. You could make this ahead of time and leave it in the fridge and then dig in when you like. Okay, so it is the fourth and final meal of this video, and this is a bit of a cheap one, I'm not gonna lie. It's not the most inspiring of recipes, but it's definitely a good way to use up leftovers and to not shy away from using store-bought ingredients and kind of pimp them up a little bit. So we're gonna make a butter chicken curry with rice, poppadoms, naan bread. So this is my take on a butter chicken curry, which is very, very easy to do. I'm actually using these Gymkhana classic tandoori sauces. I was sent these to try actually, but you could use any form of curry sauce that you like. You can of course make your own spice blends if you like as well, but just for something really simple, I'm going to use some of this marinade for the chicken, and then I'm going to use this sauce, which is butter masala cooking sauce. But obviously to pimp it up as well, I'm going to saute some onions and garlic, and then add some coconut milk instead of double cream just to make it a little bit lighter, and then chop up some peppers as well. The quantities for this might be a little bit off because I'm actually cooking for Zara's parents as well. They're coming to London because they fly tomorrow. But this is going to be a really easy dish just to cook, have blipping away throughout the day, and then we can serve later with some naan breads. Well, these are actually flatbreads, but I picked these up because, well, I had these in the freezer. So these are smoked garlic and parsley flatbreads. I've also got some poppadoms as well. I'm going to serve it with some rice, and I might even chuck in some of these black beans that we've had in the fridge for a couple of days, just as a bit of extra protein, just to bulk it up. So yeah, it's going to be like a dal butter chicken-esque thing. Okay, so this curry was a real start to finish. Not really sure what I was doing, but I kind of just made it up as I went along. Chicken thighs make a really tender curry, and this Gymkhana curry paste was really good. It's the butter chicken, but you can use any type of curry paste you like. You can make your own, but I think marinating your chicken is a really good idea. Okay, I'm pausing the voiceover. I've actually had a bit of a content pivot. So I've found these mushrooms in the fridge that actually need using up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two curries. So I'm going to do one curry that is a slow cooker butter chicken masala, and then I'm also going to do a black bean veggie curry with mushrooms, onions, peppers, and garlic, and black beans, obviously. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be like a variety. So like two choices. Why not? You know, these are leftovers, these things need using. Now the veggie curry was a real spur of the moment. I heated some oil in a pan with some ginger and some chili flakes. I added the chopped onion. I kept it really big and chunky, along with the chopped red pepper as well. Softened that down slightly, and then I added in some curry powder and some turmeric, and again carried on frying that. I took out half of the onion and pepper and popped that into a blender, and I blitzed that up to form a thick paste. That just intensifies the flavour and adds a different texture to the curry sauce, along with some black beans to add in some protein. You can of course use chickpeas, or you could use some lentils, and then I had some mushrooms lying around, so I added them in too. Stirred all of that together until it was looking lovely and golden and delicious. Then added in a whole can of coconut milk and stirred all of that together with a little splash of water. And then it was time to cook off the chicken and a little bit of fresh chili. This is the butter chicken, and it was absolutely delicious. I added the rest of the butter chicken sauce with some water just to form a little bit of a chicken curry sauce, but you didn't really need to do that. I just like mine quite saucy. And then I finished it off with some fresh coriander and some basmati rice, and that was it. Okay guys, that is everything. I really hope you've enjoyed this come shop with me and meal planning. If you have, as always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know if you do try any of my dishes. Lots of love and thanks for watching. Bye for now.